Hi guys, welcome back to Dave on Your Device. This is routine number 6, and this one we're going to be using stairs. Here we're replicating with a plyo box, but we're also going to be cutting out to a main staircase here at Suffolk 1. Each round of exercise is going to have a strength-based, cardiovascular base, and then a full range as we go. There's going to be easier and harder versions. Choose what's right for you. Hit pause if you need, or repeat them if you need as well. We're going to get warm first of all, and we're going to look at some squats just to get ourselves moving. I'm going to replicate here. This might be sort of chair height for a number of you at home. So I'm just going side on so you can see the range of motion. I'm starting off not with a very deep squat, back nice and straight. Knees are pretty much over my toes or ankles. And as we're going along, we're just increasing that range of motion. As you can see, we're getting slowly a little bit deeper and deeper. And because when we exercise, we're not just talking about one particular muscle group. As we come up this time, we're going to stretch up. If you can, up onto those toes as well. Just to side on to front on for you. Nice range of motion on your squat. Bring in your arms in as well. We're going to think about our arms for a second now as well. If you have yourself a wall, by all means do these against your wall. And we're doing a push-up action against the wall. This is mobilizing and warming up our shoulder joints. So if you're right next to a wall, actually why not do push-ups against the wall? Otherwise, think about your range of motion. Hands coming from your chest. Straight out in front so your arms are parallel with the floor. Get those arms moving quite nicely. You can always increase the pace, make them singles, moving them nicely. Final one I'm going to do is some side steps. You can do this obviously in your room, not a lot of room needed. We're going to get a little bit lower. We should be starting to warm up just a little bit now. And we're going to go lower with arms as well. If you've got a resistance band from week 4, you can always use these at the same time for your arms, but if extra resistance, no need to do that whatsoever. Couple more. And done. Okay, should be warming up a bit. If you're not, repeat that just a couple of times and you should get yourself nice and warm. Okay folks, on to our main part. The first one, lunges with a step. Here in this case, this replicates probably about 2 of your steps at home. Use what you need to do for your workout. 1 step, 2 steps, absolutely fine. I do 10 on my right leg, 10 emphasizing onto my left. Let's look at a little through technique as we're going along. Posture nice and upright, lunging in off my right leg, stepping up with my left, raising my right leg. Step back, lunge back, and again. So step forward right leg, step onto your stair, up, back, lunge, and again. Some of the factors I'm looking for here as I'm lunging forward, I should be getting a good right angle. Back leg, right leg, step up, show control, good for you runners. Good technique, and up. Quite normal as you start getting tired, that you might move around a little bit just like that. You might find you're leaning forward a little bit. Think about that posture. This is not a quick action. It's controlled action. Almost there on this leg, folks. Keep those 90 degrees. Keep your head up. And back. 10 on one leg, time for 10 on the other. Give them a little shake if you like. That bit's not compulsory. Left foot. Exactly the same again. Right angle, step on with my right foot, drive up. Left forward, drop down, keep the right angle, step up. If you're finding this difficult at all, think about changing to a lower step. If you're already on the lower step, that's not a problem. You can just do the lunges off the floor. Think about those right angles, front leg, back leg. Think about balance as you step up. If you need to hold on to the railings, that's not a problem. Come to the last few. Right angle, don't forget. Keep it going, folks, almost there. Okay, for this one, I'm putting my sound bit just on a slightly better fitting. We are going to go straight onto quick feet. So basically step ups for 1 minute, and the 1 minute is at your pace. Here my box is probably a little bit high. Do what is right for you. 1 minute, quick feet. Things to consider is our posture. We can arm drive. Make sure there's enough of our foot on the step. Keep your head up. Control our breathing. You may find that you're able to do this a little bit quicker. Halfway through, so I'm leading with my other leg. Keep the head up, keep looking forward. Do be careful on these steps, hold on to the sides if you need. Getting towards the last little bit. Okay, cutting away for our first full length part, crawling. First of our stair-based ones is going to be a crawl. I'm going to do the back crawl, but you can also climb up as if you're doing a bit of a genuine mountain climber on here. I'm going to do this 5 times, jog back down in between. Look over your shoulder if you need. Engage that core, keep nice and tense as we're going. You might find your triceps take a little bit of work on this one. And go again. So if you're facing the stairs, that's absolutely fine. So in other words, if you decide to crawl up like this, that will suit you. Some people might even find head first. I'll leave that to your own discretion on that one. Just be careful, please. Keep it going, folks. Appreciate you might be doing it in your own time. You may find your triceps aching a little bit. I'm going to do one more just for luck. Oh, missed that one. Do mean careful, folks. Almost at the top. And back to the studio. Okay guys, welcome back for the stairs. Here we're going to look at a glute bridge and a high step up. I have made sure that this time I'm a bit better secured on the mic pack. Should be okay. So glute bridge, put down a mat if you need, a towel, something if it just helps. We're going to be down here for 20, so we should be okay. Lie ourselves down so we're comfy, feet up. The higher up the steps, the harder it is. So if you've got it on your bottom step, it should be okay. If you've got it on the second or third, that's amazing. If you need to do it off the floor, totally fine as well. So a glute bridge, I'm lying flat onto the ground. My feet are sufficiently on the step. I'm pushing myself up, and from here, my feet are flat. I'm pushing my hips up so I have a ski slope here and back down again. We're doing 20 of these. So as we're here, we're thinking of, am I stable? we're thinking about going from our glutes near the floor to a ski slope. And as we get to the top, we're squeezing our glutes together. Nice controlled motion. As I reach halfway, if you want to add a little bit of variety, you could always bring your arms back behind you. You could put a leg up into the air. The key part is that as we're here, we keep this ski slope. We keep the glutes squeezed together. We keep that range of motion. Nice controlled action each way. Got 3 more. And by the way, I don't teach maths. If I get any of these wrong, that's absolutely fine. And then gently back down again. Glute bridge is complete. Okay, guys, so we go from glute bridge onto a high step up. Now, this is more of a technique-based part than it is pure aerobic. We're going to do it for 1 minute. Don't really care how many repetitions we do in this time. For this one, I'm a little bit away. I'm choosing a higher step I reasonably can of us on my stair. We're taking a high step as if you're effectively going over a hurdle, knees going over the toes, and then you drive up. Swap leg, high leg, step over a hurdle, weight goes over, and step up. High leg over the hurdle, knee forward, and drive up. It's that driving action which is the key part. Foot over the hurdle, load onto the knee, and up. So you're taking this high leg action, and you're possibly going 2 or 3 stairs up. High leg, halfway through, folks. Don't worry if your heart rates come down for this, take that as a bit of a bonus. High leg, weight goes over foot, come up. Apologies, my balance there. Foot, and up. Think about that high foot over the hurdle, load it, come up. High foot over hurdle, maintain balance, drive up. Last one, and we're done. Fantastic. Cutting away now. We've got a lateral movement up and down some stairs. Use the banisters if you need for this one. Guys, welcome back to our second full stair version. This is what I'm going to call a lateral squat. It's quite a slow action. How many steps you take up depends on your height, your flexibility, how much strength you can add. I'm not the biggest of guys. I'm going to be going 2 steps at a time. So it's a lateral squat. Taking my step here, transfer my weight onto this leg, crouch down and up. If you need to hold on to a banister to help, totally fine. Foot over, transfer weight, squat up. Across, down, squat up. I reckon, squat down, transfer weight, up. I'm going to go for a 3 on this one, just see whether there's a chance. Foot up, transfer weight, and up. I've got away with it. I'm going to try that again. So, squat, over, up. Step over, squat, weight over that leg, and up. Weight over leg, and up. So it's a step, transfer, nice big squat, and up. Going for the big one at the top again. Transfer across, get all that weight onto that leg, transfer up. Make sure we're not biasing on the legs, we're going to do both sides. Weight goes across, onto that bent leg, and up. I'm right-footed, so for me, this side is easier. Weight goes over this leg, and up. Squat across, down, weight on here and up. Weight goes across, all my weight is over here. Power up, we're going for that big one, finish at the top. If you're doing this at home, normally 13 steps, you might need to do a 1 or 2 at the top. Weight onto this leg, power up. Last rep. Step over, squat down, looking forward and up. Over, transfer weight and up. Transfer weight and up. If you speed it up, as long as your technique is good, you might find it more demanding. Depending how long your staircase is, you might want to do more or less. Back over to the studio. Okay guys, welcome back from wandering up and down there. What we're going to go on to now is some push-ups and followed by some mountain climbers. Slight tweak on the mountain climber to consider. For push-ups, there are two versions I'm going to do. I'm going to do the first 10 harder and the second 10 a little bit easier. In other words, the harder ones, my feet are going to be on the stairs. The easier ones, my hands are going to be on the stairs. Okay, so we're going to go with these. It's a simple 20. If you want to do more, want to do less, that's up to you. So, push up harder ones first. I tend to do mine on my knuckles. I always have done. It is probably better practice to have your hands flat. I tend to go onto knuckles. Body like a plank, lower down and up. Nice controlled range of motion. Nice controlled as we go. If you're doing the easier versions, by the way, your body is still probably straight as a plank. The higher up the steps, the easier it's going to be. Showing to the easy ones, if you're fine with those, then fine, but just for the easier part, body is still like a plank, drop down and up. So the higher up the stairs you are at home, the easier you should find this. And if you're doing this at work, don't worry if you get a few funny looks. Us in sports departments usually do. Body still like a plank. And done. Excellent guys, on the press up we're going to finish off with a mountain climb. We're going to make it a little bit different from normal. The higher your hands are up on the steps, then the easier it's going to be. We're going to go 1 minute, and this time we're going to go knee to opposite elbow and back. Don't be surprised if your shoulders feel a bit achy after the press ups. That's totally fine. So I'm looking for quite a controlled action here. I'm not doing these very fast. I'm looking to go from a plank, glutes tense, knee across opposite elbow. Think about that technique and maintaining it the whole way. Unless you're looking forward to camera, then keep looking straight down at the steps ahead of you. Halfway through, keep that posture. Tighten those glutes in between each exercise. Keep it going. How far you rotate across may depend on the flexibility and mobility you have around your waist. Probably more than I have. Keep that ski slope position from your back. Getting towards the last little bit. Hold it, get still. Think about that technique. And we're done. We're going to cut out one more time to our final stair-based one, heading up and down. Give it what you've got. Hold on to the railings if you need. Last bit, guys. This one we're simply calling crunched up. And we're going to get into a nice squat position. And we're going to take 1, 2 or 3 steps at a time, depending on the size of your legs. For me, I'm going to go for 2 at a time. It's a good burner of the thighs. Going to try 3 attempts on this, possibly a 4th. Technique to consider. Sorry for turning my back on you. We're down into good squat position. Weight transfer slightly to one here. Keeping squat onto here. Power up with this leg. Left leg up. Transfer weight. You're keeping crunched up. Keep that crunch position the whole time, nice and low. Oh, let the leg, let's get balance. Don't think my leg's big enough for this one on here. I blame the designer for this exercise and routine, by the way. He put this in as exercise number 9. Squat down nice and deep, back nice and straight. Leg goes up, keep nice and squat. You don't need to rush these. Back nice and straight. Last one. As you start getting tired, by all means hold on. Don't go falling down the stairs, not taking credit for that. Back straight. Positions in front, also in case you're going to fall. Keep nicely crunched. Nice and low. Knees coming right up to your chest. There's definitely a 4th one in, definitely. Fill in the 4th one, like this. Crunch down, knee up to chest. Keep nice and stable, back nice and flat. Don't rush them, certainly don't fall. If you do and you're recording it, you probably get a few pennies from it, but please be careful. And last one, slowly back down. Should feel a bit of blood lactate coming away from your quads. We love it. Okay folks, great effort. That stair-based one was not invented by me. If you loved it, you can thank me. If you hated it, you can blame it on my colleague. Join us next week. We'll have one more session. Thank you very much. Been amazing.